Hi everybody, welcome to this Sunday's Vloggy thingy. This is a thing I do every Sunday, or at least try to do every single Sunday, where I talk about my week to you guys on the channel. I talk about various things, anything that's completely on my mind at the time of recording, so I like to make it as sort of real as possible, I guess. But a few things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about, well, first things first, the channel's going crazy. We hit 4,000 mates on the channel like a couple of weeks ago, but now just the numbers keep rising, and there is a reason behind it, essentially. Thanks to Hello Neighbor, I guess. Hello Neighbor seems to have blown up on the internet unbelievably. Now, it's an incredibly... It's an incredible game in the sense of that I like when a game uses artificial intelligence to try and beat you and counter you further, much like Alien Isolation, where the alien learned about the techniques you use to try and get around it and stuff like that. It used to adapt to its environment and stuff. Whereas, obviously, in Hello Neighbor, it's kind of the same thing. If you try and break in through a certain door or window, he blocks it up, or he blocks the door up and stuff like that. Hello Neighbor's really amazing, and I guess a lot of new people that have come to the channel have come from these videos because the views on them have gone crazy. I mean, I've got one video that's got, I think it's over 100,000 views, and that's like my pride and joy sort of thing, because that to me, number-wise, is absolutely bonkers. But these videos, it seems a lot of people are being entertained by them. But what I like to think about them as well is that they are what they are. You do see a lot of Hello Neighbor videos where it's... like one, for instance, is the golden apple, finding the golden apple. The golden apple, is that it? And it's like a lot, you could say clickbaity, but more misleading in a sense, because I've got 3 Hello Neighbor videos out at the moment. One, Make Him Angry, steal the bastard's television in the earliest pre-alpha build of it, and it drove him insane, more so to some extent that he then in the video goes to the next room and switches the television on to go and watch it. Like I like to think that one's sort of as honest as itself. And in the second one, it was trapping the neighbor. Obviously there's it's a glitch at the end of the day, a programming or script error, that when he jumps through your window, you leave the house, and if it's played out correctly, he doesn't leave the house, he traps himself inside. And that was, again, the second time that I played the game. So to me, that was like, oh, great, we've trapped the neighbour. Brilliant. Knock up a nice little thumbnail and this, that, the other. And then the third one was where it's like I managed to discover a new key that was sitting in the crib that's sitting in the... in like the baby's room, or what looks like the baby's room. And because of the fact that you can win a key in the... or you can use the lockpick, even, that you pick up from the CCTV room. You can use that on the lock in the exit door, and then he comes and slams it shut and buries you in the grave and that. I thought, oh, maybe this is a second key that leads to a different ending. Because when I've seen other videos on YouTube of Hello Neighbor, it's like, oh, secret ending, this, that, other ending, and it's not. It's... What I'm getting at is, it's difficult to make... Phone's going mad. It's difficult to make Hello Neighbor games about the game when you found out practically everything. Now, we can sit there and talk about Hello Neighbor all day, which I'm probably going to do to some extent, but everything that's out there at the moment, there are new things. Like, for instance, I'm just this second watching Netflix new video. He's put escaping the giant neighbor cutscene. To me, that's great, because then you get to see like the 3D model of the massive neighbour that then, like in the nightmare scene where he sort of puts his hand through the window and comes at you. That to me is pretty damn cool, you know. But what I'm getting at is, I don't want to overdo it. There's going to be new pre-alpha builds coming out very, very soon. I hope so. I might, if I'm to do another Hello Neighbor video, I might just do it by just fucking around with him really in the game, because unless he's chasing you, you know, and unless he's learning from you and stuff, and then you're getting little jump scares from him and that, there's no fun in it. I know it's cool to glitch him out and then run around the house and try and like look further into the game, which is what I enjoy. I you know, there's games out there that have so much sort of story behind them, like for instance Five Nights at Freddy's. The lore and story behind that is phenomenal. Hello Neighbor, this is something new. This is cool. This is really cryptic and mysterious and stuff. And if if you want to glitch them out and then run around and try and like get to the bottom of what the story is, fantastic. But I don't want to overdo it, you know. I don't want to just sit there and bleed an alpha build of a game completely and utterly dry when there's nothing new, you know, because then it seems forced almost. But one thing that I do enjoy about Hello Neighbor, or I might even make a video about it, is my theories behind what the neighbor is or why we're there. Although granted, the developers have already said that the game's going to change in the next build, and they're like, the whole house is going to change, the characterization's going to change, the art's going to change ever so slightly, you know. It might change what we think is the story at the moment, you know. Like, I mean, you break into the guy's house, you turn up and you decide to, it looks kind of like The Burbs, you know, that film with Tom Hanks. I'm not too sure how old a lot of the people viewing this are, but Tom Hanks was in a film called The Burbs where a strange family moved into a little neighbourhood and the rest of the neighbours are all curious and they try breaking into the house because they think they're harbouring dead bodies and this, that, the other. It's kind of makes me wonder whether the developers have taken even influence from that movie and sort of gone from it, you know. But what I like to look at Hello Neighbor and think is that maybe there's a lot more, I guess, to him than like you can break into the house and you can sit there and think, yeah, he's harbouring some weird shit, he's blocking up like the exit door in the front room. But then you go up further and you go into the likes of the schoolroom, which is rather bizarre. People still keep talking about this like yellow or golden apple, sorry, that's also on like the ABC poster in the schoolroom and that. But there's a teacher missing, and then you have to go and find the teacher in the basement, and she's buried rather sort of, I say buried openly, but the grave is rather open sort of in the room. And there's obviously a little puzzle with that. You look at the picture, it shows that there's a bell on a little sort of tap looking thing. You put the bell on it, it opens the little door cabinet thing. You take the shovel out, you dig up the grave essentially, and then you find the teacher mannequin. So then you put the teacher mannequin in the schoolroom, in the classroom, solve the maths puzzle on the chalkboard. You drop down a shotgun, you then go to the shooting gallery, and then you take aim, you shoot a few of those things that come like parading past, and you're supposed to win some items. Now, I've only won keys, I haven't won a TV control, and I certainly haven't won a golden apple, and I don't think anybody's won a golden apple. I'm forgetting about my coffee here, but I'm getting to my point. There's something, and there's also another cutscene in there where it's sort of, if you get caught too much, it teaches you to sort of learn how to escape, basically. It shows you can hide in a cupboard or you can hide under a bed. But there's a theme to it. It's very theme park sort of based, like circusy or carnival sort of based. There's also pictures of him dressed as a clown. Now, in the developers' video logs just recently, it shows you going into the basement, in the basement trailer, and even the music in the background's all very carnival-like and circusy and theme parky. Now, it's really bizarre because it also makes his house look like something that you'd probably expect a clown to live in a cartoon maybe. It's all like upside down. It's like a crooked house. You have a train coming out the side, for crying out loud. It makes me wonder whether sorry, we'll get further to it. When you manage to get the key in the shooting gallery, you open the lock, you then go over the counter, or you lift up the counter flap door thing, you go through the door, you then find a pneumatic drill around the house, you then use the drill that's on like a broken wall almost, so you pile down the wall and then you end up in like a crib almost, or like a kid's playroom, and it's covered in really weird pictures and cryptic messages, like a pig looking at a golden apple in a tree, and then you've got the cat plus fire equals key. Now, I've had a comment on the channel of someone saying, put the cat in the furnace, it burns, you get a key. You don't. Many people have tried it. I tried it in the video particularly. Nothing seems to occur. Nothing sort of goes further. I like to think that at the moment in the pre-alpha build, like the ones before, you can only get to a certain point in the story. So it's the developers are leaving you thinking, and leaving us as content creators and even just fans of the game just running around trying to find different things, different answers, and trying to find the actual story behind it or something else interesting. But now it's just we're getting to a point of just glitching out of the game and stuff like that, you know. That's fun. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I want to do with Hello Neighbour. I'd rather get down to the bottom of the bastard and find out why he buries you when you try to obviously break into the exit, and why he's buried like a mannequin of a teacher, why there's a mannequin holding a baby cat in a crib that's got a golden key there, why there's also a picture on the wall of like something stabbing something in the stomach, and also something swallowing what looks like a cucumber or something like that. It's really, really twisted, but as well there's obviously the carnival theme with it that's also very, very twisted. It makes me wonder, I've got the idea, I've got the impression that I think the neighbour has possibly worked within the carnival circuit or something like that. He was maybe in theatre or something like that, because he also has like a moustache and he looks very prim and proper, doesn't he? And I like to think that maybe he's got the classroom and the crib set up in the house as if it's like a reminder or a memory, something like that. It makes me wonder whether he was, I don't know, in the classroom, it brings back horrible memories for him or something like that. Maybe he was bullied or something. But then also, it's got the crib connected to it that is through a shooting gallery, which is rather strange. Maybe the shooting gallery is like an analogy for frustration or something like that, because then when you go through there, you have to break down a wall to get to a child's playroom, which has got obviously the mannequin holding the baby cat doll thing that must clearly be a child. I don't know whether this was his child or something like that, but there's pictures of a family in there. But there's also, in the pictures with the family, there's one particular one with a mum and dad and a small male dumpy looking child. If we look at the neighbour, we could probably look at him as being quite a dumpy, chubby little boy when he was younger and stuff. Like it's really, really, it's deep. It's awesome. It's deep. It's creepy as hell. I think that he was possibly an entertainer or something like that. He used to be a clown, but he was bullied for a long while, and then had a child, and it was taken away from him or something like that. Or or his wife tried leaving him with the child, but they're in the basement or something like that. You know, like that's kind of what I'd like to think has happened. But that's just elaborating further on why there's a classroom, why there's a shooting gallery, why there's a kid's playroom and stuff like that. You know, it's really creepy. It's great. It's interesting, and it's a game that's a new game that has a lot to it. So much lore, so much like fantasy, so much mystery behind it. It's interesting, and it's an incredibly entertaining game for the fact that you've got an artificial intelligence character running around, learning from you, trying to stop you. It's brilliant. I'm absolutely enjoying it. It's interesting as well because I always said that I never enjoyed putting videos side by side of the same game. It never really appealed to me, but this is just because I don't get much time to record, to even play games anyway on my own, and to edit videos and stuff. So when I get the opportunity, I try my hardest to get it out, get it edited, get it recorded, you know, and get it out to YouTube. It's my passion. It's a hobby. It's what I go to work for, essentially. But as well, I don't get much time to watch YouTube either, so I kind of really want to see other people's theories about what they think or what they've found out about Hello Neighbour, or the neighbour in particular, and what things mean to them and stuff. I'll do as much as I can with the Hello Neighbour thing at the moment, and granted, it's been incredible for the channel because, like I said earlier, it's grown the views and even the subscribers count. Now, I'd like to think as well that people are here for my personality as well as the game Hello Neighbour. I'm obviously not discounting it. I might slow down on the videos for it until something new comes out, but I like to think that people are here as well because I've entertained them enough, essentially, for myself and not just the game. That'd be nice. Leave that in the comment section below if it's a case of, yeah, I like your face, you're pretty funny. You know, that'd be something of a relief in the sense of anyone sitting there screaming at me going, do more Hello Neighbour! Because I'll do more Hello Neighbour, but I just don't want to drown it out too much, you know. I don't want to go fucking crazy about it. Like I said earlier, theory of the golden apple. And there isn't one, it's just a guy running around still trying to find an apple that essentially isn't there. I don't think it's there at all. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this vloggy thingy as this one's gone on for quite a long time now. And I think me and my wife want to watch a movie, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's bummed. What are we going to watch? Do we know? We don't know what we're going to watch anyway, but that's what we're going to do. And I hope you've all had a good weekend. I hope you have a good week in front of you. As well, hello to everybody new to the channel. If you've got this far through the video, thank you very much. It's what I like to do every single Sunday. I hope you enjoy your stay on the channel. You know, if there's any requests, anything you want to get off your chest, leave it in the comments section below and we can talk about it in the community. But until then, I guess I shall see you next Wednesday when the next video is. So yeah, ta-ta.